World Championship of Cornhole, and it is World Championship Day. We have all the championships here today. This is Philip Barnett. I'm along with Marcus Wybrew, our first time to get to work together. We get to call a great match here in the seniors doubles.
Our first time to work together, but we're from similar parts of the country.
We're both Tennessee boys anyway. How about that?
I'm from Northeast Arkansas. You're over from the Memphis area.
From the Memphis area.
We're only about an hour from each other, but now I'm a little further in Nashville. I've been there about 11 years.
Absolutely. What a great matchup we got here. We have the Forsees coming in as the number 2 seed against the Alabama boys from the heart of Dixie Cornhole, Johnny Thomas and Scott Burridge. And on the team of the Forsees, you have a former Queen of Cornhole, Teresa Forsee. She won the title in 2013 in Tunica, Mississippi, down by my house, where the world champions were held. And Bruce Forsee, her husband, and they make a formidable team. And I don't know if anybody heard the announcement a minute ago, the only co-ed seniors doubles team that we have playing right now.
Yeah, that's an interesting part of the game is a lot of people don't think about the different dynamic of players, but you can have a husband and wife play, you can have a father and son play, you can have a 60-year-old playing with a 14-year-old. That's what's really cool about cornhole is you never know who's going to match up and play well together, but it's a lot of chemistry. You like to have the same bags, the encouragement part of it. Though if you win or lose, we're going to go on and play again tomorrow the next day.
Absolutely, and these two teams have survived some very tough teams to get into this championship. It looks like the Forsees are throwing some Vipers, Ultra Vipers, and Thomas and Burridge are throwing some Carnage, Big Daddy Carnages.
Yeah, I was talking to the Burridge and Thomas earlier about their bag choice, and one kind of liked the Carnage, so the other one started throwing them, and then kind of got on the Carnage bag train, and they said it got us here, so we might as well stick with it.
Yeah, absolutely, no sense changing. I know. As close as a month ago, the Forsees were throwing game changers, and I asked them about that change earlier, and they said, well, they found some Vipers that they liked, and so that's why they've been throwing the last month. And I guess it's working for them because look where they're at.
It got them here, and it matches their jerseys.
Absolutely.
It always helps when your bag matches.
So I think they're going down and back one more time before they start. And I know Bruce is glad because he just sailed one off the back of the board.
Yeah.
How many times you ever did that, Marcus?
Well, I try to convince the other player that we're still going down and back
That's
when
right.
that happens to
even
me.
If we started.
Even if it's the middle of the game, I say we're still down and back, right?
That's right.
It never works out, but
No.
in my favor. Maybe one day.
I'll tell you what. Here we go.
The old traditional good luck, and we're going to kick us off down here with Teresa throwing the first bag from the red side.
And she starts with right down the middle. Johnny follows. I'm going to tell you this Johnny Thomas, Marcus, I know you don't know a lot about him. I've ran into him the last 2 or 3 months several times, and he is a machine. What do they call him?
It's funny you say that because when we were talking to him earlier, I said, do y'all have any nicknames? And he said no, but his partner said, yeah, they call him the Robot.
And there's a reason they call him Robot, because he don't miss many bags. Teresa had the first opportunity there, missed, but still picks up 2 on the Johnny Thomas miss.
You know, when you say he don't miss many bags, a lot of times people don't realize the bag, we call it, it's contagious. You see one off to the side and you're more focused on that bag rather than throwing it down the middle, and you throw it just where they threw it on the side of the board, and it doesn't make any sense because they gave you a lane to throw to, but that bag's contagious.
Absolutely. Sometimes it looks like it has a magnet pulling it to it. So, both men right down the middle. Bruce talking to his bag, trying to get it to turn. And
you think that helps, like when people talk to their ball in golf?
I don't know, man. Sometimes
it don't
I've talked to a lot of things, and it doesn't seem to work to me.
It don't help mine in golf or cornhole, so we'll see if it helps Bruce here.
Oh, and Burridge is throwing. He threw solid right in a hard bag right down the middle. And Bruce's bag is somehow hanging on for dear life.
It's hanging on, but I think one more push, Phil, and that bag's probably going to go.
Burridge
Stop.
eased up. He got 2 points, but I think if he tried to slide that in, he might have got 4 if that bag would have stayed up.
If it would have stayed up.
He took the safe lane.
Or he could have went with both of them, still got 2.
Yes, sir. Me and Boogie had the discussion over here the other day. You know, is it safer to try to run through those bags and take the chance of your bag not going, or as opposed to just laying up on the board? And I like just throwing it up on the board myself.
Well, you know, a lot of times for some people that's a harder shot than just putting it in the hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole round you're trying to put in the hole, and then your last shot, when people say just put it on the board, that's one of the hardest shots that some people have to make. When you say just put it on the board, and it sounds easy, but when you're sitting there thinking about it too long. I was playing a game last night in the tailgater zone, and all I had to do was put the bag on to win the game, and off the side of the board.
Oh, what a shot by Teresa.
What a shot there.
An airmail drag to pick up 4. 2, I apologize, 2. I'll tell you what, we see Teresa is not afraid to shoot the airmail, that's for sure. Because she threw 2 in that round and nailed 1 to pull 1.
She seems pretty calm in this game, but she says her nickname is the Squirrel because she's always kind of jittery and off the wall, bouncy. But I don't think in this game she's going to be off the board much.
Well, you got to look at Teresa Forsee. She has been here before. She went through a loaded field of women in 2013 to win the women's Queen of Cornhole. So she's been here before. This is nothing new to her. You got to think, it looks the way Johnny Thomas is throwing, he looks like he might be a little bit on the nervous one. Everybody else seems calm and cool and collected.
Phil, we're on the Facebook Live page here today on American Cornhole Organization. We got some people tuning in. We got Joshua Davis says, let's go Johnny and Scott. We got Cody says, let's go Scott and Johnny. You think Scott and Johnny might be the favorites here?
I think so. Half the South is pulling for these 2 guys for sure. I know all the state of Alabama.
They're playing out of Alabama, and we have the Forsees that are playing out of Ohio. There's probably a lot of people up there that are pulling for them too, but we need y'all to tune in on Facebook and make some comments on there. Let us know who you want to win this match.
Share this video too.
Like and share it.
Win a T-shirt.
Chance to win a T-shirt on Facebook Live, American Cornhole Organization.
So, awesome match so far. Forsee's up 2. And Thomas, he's been off a little bit in this game so far. I've seen him rattle off a number of bags in a row before. And
another ricochet bag there by Teresa Forsee, and you kind of think those bags help just as far as a path, kind of a little ricochet bag. You know, you use that to go in on whichever side of the board it's sitting on. That helps me, I know. A lot of people don't even worry about that bag. They just put it in the hole every time. I need everything I can to help me. It's like bumpers in bowling.
Somebody needs to pop them up for me, when they're playing, for sure. And Burridge has been pretty solid in this match right so far. And the Forsees, I was talking to them, they took some time off. They were a formidable team back a while back. Took a couple, 3 years off. Good to see them back on the circuit. Teresa told me she had some health issues and stuff and some family issues, but they've got all that ironed out now, and they're back, and they tell you what, they're a formidable team for anybody in any division. They were very close the other night to making it to the coed championship, and I was talking about it was late at night, and they was a long day, tired. You know, the older we get, the harder it is to stay up that late and keep pitching the bags. And I think they just ran out of gas, or you might have seen them in the coed division.
Forsee's pick up 2 on that round, and Bruce kind of frustrated with himself of missing a bag off the back of the hole a little bit, which he still had a 10-point round. But in these championship games, man, if you're hitting 10s, it's not going to help much because everybody else is going to be hitting 12s.
You're subject to lose throwing 10s. And
you still lose the round. That's what's crazy about championship Saturdays. You got to bring your A game.
Absolutely.
This match is best 2 out of 3, though. So whoever loses has a chance in this first round to kind of pick it back up in the second game.
Oh, and Teresa threw one off the back, but Johnny unable to take full advantage of it. He does get 1 point. I'm telling you, I'm still waiting for Johnny Thomas to settle in. And Johnny Thomas is a much better player than he's shown so far.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. It's a lot. It's not a. He's used to this big stage, but it's not something that you're used to every week. Like when we go play regionals, maybe a major, little local tournaments. This is the World Championships of Cornhole.
Absolutely.
So that might be getting to him a little bit, just knowing he's on the biggest of the biggest stages.
That's right. And you know, we were talking, and I didn't know this till me and you went over there and we were having some conversation with him. He's been playing longer than Burridge. I've known Burridge a lot longer than I've known Johnny Thomas. Johnny was just playing local tournaments around his area there. And he got Burridge. Burridge talked him into going to the majors. I had ran into Burridge at some majors before. He got Johnny Thomas come these majors, and now he's hooked.
Now he's hooked.
And he is one of the top players, too.
It's a good thing he got him to start coming, because look at him now.
That's right. And he's won a couple majors, Johnny Thomas has. And what you don't know, he was just a couple matches away from getting into the $20,000 challenge there in Branson, Missouri.
The Pro Series.
That's right.
Yeah, the fact that you mentioned the major, all the jerseys that you see on these players, the purple jerseys is you win a major, you get the purple version of the ACO jersey. So all the jerseys that these players are wearing that you're watching, they have won a major.
That's right. And I see somebody saying Johnny will get it going. And somebody said he may have stayed up all night. I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if I would have been able to sleep playing on this stage today. But that's why they're here and I'm not. One of my first tournaments that I went to, and I saw people wearing different colored jerseys, I was asking my buddy, you think that person, watch out for them, they got a jersey on, and they said, the purple jerseys are the ones you have to watch out for. And Johnny Box shows us right there why they're the ones you have to watch out for, as he rolls over the Viper bag and takes his other bag with him.
And then Teresa throws another one off the back. Let's see what she can do here. Oh, what a pull.
She cleans them up both.
And I'm going to tell you, this lady here is very, very impressive. Only gives up one after going off the back with a nice push. That was a bag I didn't think she had a chance of getting, and she got it.
Only gives up one, but it might be a big one. I was going to say it might be a big one if Scott could put his first bag in here, but he's kind of off to the left, as we've seen these guys pretty much doing this whole game so far. They're kind of off to the left or right on their first bag.
Somebody said Johnny was out in the parking lot throwing all night, so I don't know how true that is, but it wouldn't surprise me with Johnny Thomas. I've got to know that guy really well over the last 2 or 3 months. What a great guy.
Bruce pretty much locking it in the zone right here, as we see, making his third bag. Scott's not going to make it easy on him, though, Philip.
No. Oh, and another wash. And
another talk to his bag. He said turn. He just didn't have enough juice.
Bruce showing a little frustration. He knows he should have grabbed 2 points right there. I hope that didn't come back to haunt him later. Bunch of majors coming up in the season 21 and 22. 35 to be exact is the number I'm hearing.
If you guys are interested and want to play in some of these tournaments that we keep talking about, you can go to AmericanCornhole.com, click the Compete tab, and find where your local tournament's going to be. Or you can find us on American Cornhole Organization Facebook page and click the Events button to find a local tournament in your area. And that's really how everybody starts out to get to the World Championships. Is you start out playing kind of the local tournaments, and then you find a regional somewhere, then you go to a major. And that's how you get to the World Championships. You got to have so many points to qualify to play the major tournament, which you qualify playing the regionals and the majors to build your points up.
And we have our first big mistake in this match. Teresa gives up a 7 to Johnny Thomas, who seems to finally found it, and they take 11-6 lead in this match. I don't know how hard it is to be husband and wife and playing. What if your wife gives up 7? Do you want to take her out and scold her, or do you want to go over and give her a hug? You never know.
Yeah, I feel like they've been playing enough long together that they know the other one's going to pick them up on the other end.
Yeah, these two play really well together. That was just really me just making a joke. They're really good people if you get a chance to talk to them. I've actually known Bruce for a long time. I made it to the 12 and 13 majors down in Tunica and got to meet Bruce there. He was one of the top players back then too. Oh, and Burridge. Burridge tried to pull that bags on the right, and I think Bruce may try to throw a block here.
Kind of puts the replacement bag up on, which he kind of has a little smirk on his face as far as a frustration smirk on. I think Philip, you're right. He probably was trying to throw the block there, and it just didn't catch it where he wanted to.
And Burridge pushed Bruce's bag on in, and that Bruce with the safe shot.
He learned from that last shot. As we saw here close up, he threw it a little higher than that last shot, which helped it just land on the board softly that time.
I said, there's that opportunity right there to either run through it or lay up and take the same amount of points. And he threw the ball by it, bag, center of the board, took the 2 points. Now we got 11-8 game.
Just like that. I got to give a shout out to my mom. She's watching, Donna Tharp. She's back in Arkansas. She's back in Jonesboro watching on Facebook
hello,
today.
Marcus's mom.
Philip Barnett mom says, hello, Marcus's mom.
Oh, and Thomas, I'm telling you, Thomas, if he settles in, I think he could be the difference in this match. There he goes. Double four-bagger from the duo of Thomas and Teresa Forsee.
Daryl Macon on Facebook says the Carnages are playing slow. You know, Daryl, it does look like they're playing slow, but also from being close up, Philip, I don't know what your take on it is, but it doesn't seem like Scott and Johnny are really throwing it with confidence. They're kind of playing safe instead of playing aggressive, which you have to wonder if they're going to kind of change their game a little bit here, with the score being 11-8.
Those last two rounds, Johnny looked like he threw with some confidence because he's got 8 in a row now. Still to come, big championship matches. We still have the juniors and championship, the women's championship, the women's doubles championship that's coming up, the doubles championship, and the King of Cornhole later on today.
I can't wait, man.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be here watching them all and maybe commentate on some more games. I'm looking forward to that juniors game, which how many people would say I'm looking forward to a juniors game, but I tell you what, man, those kids throw with no fear.
Absolutely. If you hadn't seen Patrick Barger throw, or this hurt kid, you got something to see later on.
Tune in for that one. That's going to be interesting. You know, the thing about it is I would rather walk up to the board.
I said Patrick. I'm thinking about his dad.
His dad,
Sebastian.
Sebastian Barger. Yeah. And
corrected by Johnny Box.
They look pretty similar.
Yeah, they had the same hairdo. That's for sure.
What I was saying is I'd rather walk up to the board and play anybody my age, older, but I don't want to walk up to the board and play those junior players because it's like when we saw Maddie and her partner Spencer play their game. They just shoot them. They shoot them with no, they just, whatever. If I miss this shot, I'm going to go home and play my video game and wake up tomorrow and play it again. And we're sitting there trying to analyze each shot, and the crowd's not going to cheer for me. But the juniors, man, they just let them rip.
Absolutely. They don't care. I ran across a junior in Jacob Foreman the other day. And like I said, Johnny
How'd that go for you?
Not very well. Johnny, Johnny missed his and Teresa.
That was a big old bag right there, Philip. Big old bag.
And there's a 6-point spot, I think. 4, I apologize. Teresa nails the airmail, and Johnny had 2 air fails.
Airmail. Did you just come up with that just now?
Me and Boogie the other night, we were running across them.
Yeah.
All right, this is the final call for these following people for pinfall. If you hear their name,
Burridge throws a nice block right there. He's shaking his head. He liked it.
Yeah.
And Bruce replaces it.
Doesn't matter.
And Burridge replaces that.
They're pretty much down the middle at this point. For the airmail, what a shot by Bruce Forsee there. All the confidence in the world right now with that airmail.
Burridge was happy with that bag, shaking his head. Nice push by Forsee.
Wow.
There's the playing slow of the Carnage that Daryl Macon mentioned on Facebook a minute ago. And I think on a normal board, that bag is in the hole, and Burridge knows. As he gives up 2 more, and now Forsees have a 16-11 lead.
Yeah, a little change of momentum there when Teresa hit that big airmail a few rounds ago. But right here, she leaves it open, a chance for Johnny to pick up 2 if she can make the next 3 in.
Oh, now she's off to the left.
Boards 36.
Bag might not be able to get that one.
What a shot there.
Will be left up for regular cornhole. However, if someone playing in a
She's going to try to take it with her right here, Philip.
Big bag. Oh, wow.
You will need to remove yourself from those boards.
Oh, and Johnny slides one in on the left to pick up 7, and all of a sudden it's an 18-16 lead for the team of Burridge and Thomas.
Yeah, Burridge and Thomas coming in here as the 10 seed, but I'll tell you what, in these last couple rounds, I'd put them at the 1-2 seed.
I'll tell you, I knew this was going to be a great match when I heard I had it. I was very, very happy as Burridge slides one past the hole. Johnny looks at him and says, "Come on, Scott, come on."
Yeah, Bruce has to take a minute here to collect himself, knowing he has a chance to pick up some big points right here.
These 2 guys, Burridge and Thomas, are good friends, very good teammates. Bruce trying to get back some of that 7 that his partner just gave up. Leaves one to the little bit to the left.
Luther Garrison says, "Let's go, Bama." You called it. There was going to be a lot of people
I know
cheering
that
for these Bama boys before we even started.
Those Bamas, they come for everything.
Wow. Good shot there, but he's frustrated with it because he knows he had a chance to knock that Carnage bag off the back.
He went for the airmail to try to pull his purple bag there, and he's lucky he didn't push it off the back. And we get a wash out of that.
All that for a wash.
Absolutely. 18-16.
Airmail, couple bags off the back, and all that for a wash, folks. We'll see if Teresa can collect herself here after a big round, last round of giving up 7 there.
One thing you do, you got to forget about that last round and go on to the next. Can't let that last round affect you, and she's off to the right again, and Johnny has found his rhythm.
You know, it's interesting to see Teresa Forsee play because she's not a real fancy. She doesn't step out. She doesn't really think about angles. She's just going to go down the middle every time. A lot of players out there, if that bag was kind of over to the right, they would have already been stepping out before their opponent was even throwing their bag. But she stands the same spot every time and just plays old school down the middle.
He's trying to get some advice from Bruce right here.
You did not sign up. Please come see me.
I think he told her to push.
Sign up now for Pitfall if you did not already do so.
He tries, but still gives up 2 points, putting the team of Thomas and Burridge closer to the first game victory. This is a 2 out of 3. This isn't a double dip type, loser bracket type game.
I'll tell you what, Philip, this is game 1. I can't wait to see what game 2 is going to bring us.
Very close. We're going to adjust the board just a
Yeah, we're
little
going to
bit.
adjust the boards. A lot of. I heard somebody playing yesterday saying, "It don't matter what the board looks like to me. My bag's going to go in. It's going to go in, or if it's not, it's not." But a lot of these players, they like to have the bag. They like to have the board
just perfect.
Center court. A lot of those little quirks could throw you off.
Got a guy back home. I call him quarter-inch Burnett. Because every time we play, he wants the board moved quarter-inch. Doesn't matter which way. Burridge opens the door, but his bag, that bag's still gettable. Oh, nice bag right there. And that back bag keeps inching closer back a little. Oh, and Bruce playing to the left.
Trying to play it safe, and I think maybe he was trying to put it behind him, but kind of over to the left a bit as we just talked about, he's going to step out a little bit and see if he has an angle to maybe take it with him on the next shot.
Could have opened the door. Oh.
It was a nice cleanup right there by Scott Burridge.
Teresa's going to take a look at it and see.
You know, I don't really think he has to step out here. I think those Vipers, you can just hit the shot down the middle, and if you throw it hard enough, it's probably going to go with you. You kind of have a backboard in that Carnage bag right now.
Regular bag here. Oh, and
man.
He misses. Give Burridge and Thomas right here. The door is wide open for them to take the victory. of the first match.
Scott, oh, I'm sorry. Bruce with a bag left, but Scott knows he has a big shot to hit here.
He hit it.
He hit it.
And now he really put the pressure on Bruce.
Yeah, he's got to take his bag, and he's got to leave the carnage on the back of the hole to make it a wash and hope for Teresa
The good thing
close out the next round.
Good thing he's got going for him that carnage. Oh, he went for the airmail.
Oh.
And
What a game one right there.
Game one is taken by the team of Burridge and Thomas.
We had some airmails, we had some pushes, we had some blocks. As we're getting ready for game two here, folks, thanks for tuning in with us on American Cornhole Organization Facebook page. My name's Marcus, the new guy, Wybrew. This is Philip, quarter-inch Barnett, sitting next to me.
Well, shout out to Damon Dennis who's tuned in.
Damon Dennis is tuned
Absolutely.
in. Maybe he can... We're sitting here talking about our cornhole game. Maybe he can give us some pointers on Facebook, what we need to do. Appreciate y'all tuning in and putting up with us, as I like to say.
Absolutely. There's going to be no down and back. Here we're going live in the second game. The first game belonged to Johnny Thomas and Scott Burridge.
Tons of merchandise in these bags that you'll win.
Oh, and Teresa leads
Yeah,
104.
right here.
$100 worth of merchandise in one of the bags, and then the $10 one's got maybe $500 worth of merchandise.
Bruce kind of walks over and yells to her, Teresa, we're live. And she says, I know. Leave me alone. I didn't mean to do that.
I don't know if she can hear. She's got the earbuds in.
She goes for the airmail here, Philip. What a bag there by
Man, she
Teresa
has been-
Forsee, man. I'll tell you what.
Oh, and Tom.
She's going to shoot another one.
Oh, gets lucky and knocks one of her bags in and grabs 2 points. I tell you, Johnny Thomas, I've seen him. He's been an airmailing king before, but he's been off with those today.
We got some people saying, go Forsee's on here. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Daniel Tolton. He says, what's up, Marcus Wybrew and Philip?
What's up?
I've seen Daniel a lot in different tournaments, but we played together in the Slider Cup tournament that we had, and then we drew each other to play against in the pool play bracket to make it to the main. So that's it's funny, but it kind of sucks. You come to these places where you see people playing in your area, and then you come to the World Cornhole Championships and you play people that you could have stayed home and saved a lot of money.
Absolutely, but that's the way it works out in anything. You have tournaments that people travel to. It always seems like it always works out that way. What's up, Wally?
And I have to let you know, he did beat me in the pool play.
Yeah. I did not have a good experience in the pool play myself.
Philip, my little brother's on Facebook, Kyle, and he says my mullet doesn't look greasy enough.
Well, maybe you need to put some gel on it, bud.
I got a little stuff in the front, but the back, I just let it flow, man. No need to mess up something that's working for you.
And Bruce just went for the big push and slid one off the back. Bird's looking to take advantage, talking to himself. I do that all the time. So you had to be playing cornhole.
Does it help? Bruce asking Teresa if he's having one off the board.
I think that happens
there.
a lot in the seniors. We forget what we do. You know, Bruce,
Do I have one off?
Do I have one off?
She said, well, you're throwing, yeah. You don't remember what you had?
Hey, and by the way, Bruce, you got 2 off now.
Now you got 2 off, Bruce.
Not to be mean to Bruce. I know that really sucks for him, but
Yeah.
Burridge with the push. He tried to get the push.
He tried to get them both, but when you have your opponent has 2 off the board, just go in is what I always try to tell my partner. Just go in. No need to be fancy.
I think Bruce was very happy he escaped, only giving up 2 points right there. And we're knotted at 2 in the first.
Wow.
Oh, and Teresa throws one off the board. And Johnny follows with one off the back. Trying to get Chris Clark to come get a bag.
Chris Clark slacking on his job a
Yeah.
little bit there as an ACO certified official.
In charge of this match.
He's over here lollygagging, sleeping on the job.
And I'll tell you, I don't know if that's... Oh, and Johnny
Man.
Thomas. I have no... I'm stunned it's a shot Thomas is shooting. And he just walks away and shakes his head. And he slides in and grabs an opportunity to grab 2. Oh, and Teresa slides in, and she's going to pick up a couple, it looks like.
She kind of throws her hands up in frustration there because she knows just an inch more to the right, and that other bag was probably going. But that's the thing about cornhole, man. It's a game of inches. You could hit a bag and take it in with it. You could slide right around it, as we saw her do there, and you just never know what's going to happen.
What's up, Tracy Hale? Hope you're doing good. And Donnie said something about some nerves. I couldn't really hear.
All
He's
the players
laughing
kind of
back
laugh
there.
it off, and that's what's good about these guys is they're all kind of joking with each other, and they've all been here before, and you know what? They're probably going to be here
wow.
again. But
I'm going to tell you what, seeing some really uncharacteristic shots here out of both teams, really.
well, you think that game 2? We call it the big game jitters, but I think this might be game 2 jitters.
It might be. I'll tell you, Teresa can still be thinking about the 7 she gave up in that round, and just the shots that we're seeing right now are not what we've seen during this whole tournament. You leave one short like that, I just want to go outside and choke myself most of the time when I do that.
Talk to yourself.
What's going on, David?
I am. I think it's interesting that we have a lot of times we don't see this, but we have 4 stand players. They all stand and throw, and they all stand with their right foot in front. And you don't see that a lot. A lot of times it's a step player, a left foot in front, a right foot in front. Some people stand side by side, but an interesting thing here is we got kind of 4 similar throwers.
And all have pretty much the same style. I really like to see Teresa and Johnny get locked in here again.
You want to do game 3, don't you?
Absolutely.
I'll be happy to do it with you, man. I'm pulling for them here just so we can see more cornhole,
I've been fortunate enough to get some really, really good games on the center court during this championship week, and I think another good game wouldn't disappoint me at all.
I wouldn't be mad about it. Anytime we get to watch major champions throw against each other, it's going to be a good day.
Absolutely. 5-3. The Forsees with a 2-point lead over Burridge and Thomas.
Scott misses another one off there to the right, Philip, and he's kind of been doing that the past several rounds, and we really saw him do it in the first game a lot as far as throwing that bag off to the right.
I actually thought Scott was the most solid player in the first game. And all of a sudden, I don't know if the nerves finally kicked in on him. He's struggled a little bit in this second game so far.
We have some players commenting about the boards being sticky, but Scott was telling me earlier that he doesn't typically throw these bags. He throws some bags that are a little looser than that, but his partner likes these bags that are a little thicker bags, so that might also have something to do with it. Is he doesn't really like the thickness of them, but he also said it's what got us here, so we're going to stick with them.
Yeah, and Bruce just threw another one off the back. And I hope he doesn't need to ask if he's got one off the back again. Oh, and Burridge does too. And guess what? All of a sudden, Bruce picks up a 6 spot to take an 11-3 lead. Jay Burridge, he went for the hard push.
I guess they were repaying the favor from when they gave up 7 earlier.
See if I thought that might give Teresa some motivation. Sometimes that kicks you in when your partner does good. It looks like Johnny's finally found the middle.
I have to wonder if Teresa's going to go for that deadly airmail again.
There he was. She's been hitting them. Oh, and
I think
Johnny's
she should shoot it, Philip. She asked her partner. She said, "Go for it." Bruce is going to tell her, "Wait a minute." Now shoot it. There we go. Now shoot it, Teresa. Come on, girl. Let it rip.
Bruce looked like he had some of those flags at the airport. Boom! Why she hit
Oh,
again? And
big
look at the
old bag
lead.
right there, Philip. Big old shot. Man.
Oh,
And he
and
knocks
Johnny
another one in
goes
for
off.
her. What a round there.
And
Another
that's
6 spot.
back-to-back 6s for the team of the Forsees. And I tell you, I see some frustration on Johnny Thomas's face. And that is very unlike either one of him, Thomas or Burridge, in the last 2 rounds. You got to think nerves might be getting to them. And you think after they'd settle down after winning the first game, play a little looser. But it looks like they got tighter to me.
Yeah, you think they can hear us over Philip saying that we want to watch the third game?
I hope not. I try to be quiet.
Yeah. It seemed like right now, the way this game is going, they might just mess around and give us a third game.
Nice block there by Bruce. Oh, Burridge with a nice
cleanup.
Took the trash out of this Cat Kennedy like that.
Took the trash out, but...
And Bruce is happy. Burridge, with a chance to pick up 2, cut in that lead, was unable to do it.
Just washes them out. Keeps the score 17-3. We got Thomas and Burridge as the 10 seed. We got the husband-wife duo of the Forsees as the 2 seed. Score 17-3 right now.
And there's that magnet bag we were talking about. Oh, and Johnny Thomas, he's really
gives him a lane for her to just push through.
She showed
Still got a bag left. Might be able to clean them all up here.
Wow.
She's asking him right now if she needs the air mail or push, but the way she's shooting air mails today, man, I don't think
he
she
told her to shoot it.
She didn't. She went for the push.
Oh, she got
man.
1 to go.
Her bag fell, and you know what? I think if he hits them, they all might go.
Another 2 points, and that gives him 19. And Bruce said that was a perfect bag by Teresa. I think the perfect bag would have took those other 2 in there like I thought she was going to do.
I think that Carnage bag helped Thomas out right there as far as being sticky and just laying on the board.
19-3, something I really did not see coming, especially after the first game. Bruce keeps the pressure on 1 right down the middle. Oh, now he misses. Going to give Burridge another shot.
I think somebody on Facebook's asking what time does Gary Ferguson play today, and we got a lot of matches before we get to the singles championships, but I think they're scheduled to start at 7 o'clock tonight.
I think so.
For the World Singles Top 4 Championship.
That's 7 p.m. Eastern time. I know where Fergie's from. He's in Central Time. Burridge a chance to pick up 4, gets 2, cut the lead down to 19-5.
19-7. As you never know in this game. The 19th, the next to last point and the last point are pretty much the hardest ones to get.
Absolutely.
Good shot there by Teresa. She just puts it down the middle like we were talking about.
Oh, wow.
Man.
And Johnny just shrugged his shoulders. He don't know what's going on. Can't figure it out. He's completely lost right now. And I hate to say it, but he's really struggled in this game.
He just wants to play game 3 and make it interesting.
Yeah, I guess so. And Teresa on the board puts this game away. And there it is.
What
game
a game
2.
We say what a game. The score is 19-7, but it's what a game because of all we thought we saw some good shots in that first game, and they made even better ones in this game with the air mails that we saw from Forsee, the push bags that we saw from Bruce. They closed it out, and we're going to go to game 3 here, folks, live from Bradenton area, Florida. Cornhole World Championship, Season 16. We got the Seniors Doubles Championship on center court right now. This is going to be Game 3. We're not going down and back. They're going to go live. And when I tell you the pressure's on for these guys, the pressure's on. It's 1-1 right now. I look over as I see Thomas taking a deep breath because he knows this is it.
He knows this is it. The big ball of wax right here. Last game for the Seniors Doubles World Championships. Oh, and Burridge throws a block, and Bruce, no hesitation, the airmail right down central. Up to you, she says. Sounds like my wife when I asked her what she wants to go for dinner.
Wow.
And back-to-back airmails by Bruce. He's trying to make a statement, and Burridge pushes them all.
He says, game 3, man, nothing to lose. I'm going for it.
And Burridge is laughing.
Tell him up to you again.
What you didn't see is Teresa's in the back, pushing hard, saying block, 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 block. No airmail this time, Bruce. Ladies and guys,
He wants to go for it.
Oh, he knocks Burridge's bag in.
Yeah.
He said, that's okay.
We
That's
know
okay.
he wanted to go for it, man. He was hot right there, but Teresa making him play safe.
Oh, he got tickled, and that really tickled me. What's up, Bryce Jefferson?
Yes.
Missed you here this year, buddy.
Yes.
Oh, and it
Man.
rolls and bunches up, and 4 points. Wow.
What a way to kick off the first round with 3 airmails there by Bruce
Absolutely.
Forsee, man. And then his wife, partner in crime, teammate,
Man.
telling him to lay up and don't shoot the last one. You know
do
he
not
wanted
shoot the
to.
last one. Oh, and she misses off the right.
I think Philip at that point, I would be like, up to you
I'm
again.
shooting anyway,
Last
man.
time
What are
he
you
said
talking
up
about?
to you, he hit it, so why not? But it was still a good shot there by Bruce Forsee, and they pick up 4 on the round, making it 4-0 here on center stage.
I really like to see these two get back in the groove because the way they throw would be a thing to watch. And Johnny, he's got 3 in the hole so far. Maybe I'd settle him down a little bit, pick up 2 right here, and he does.
You know, Philip, I'm starting to think they can hear us over here in the booth. They must have like an ear mic in, an ear head. What am I trying to say? Earphones in or something, man? Because anytime we call something, they just do it.
I tell you, a big round there by Johnny. You know that first round was huge for him right there, the way the last game went for him. As Scott misses a bag off to the left. Bruce, the veteran, backs up, makes him think about it a little bit before he throws his next bag. I think Bruce is hoping for a block so he can shoot some more airmails.
I think he might be waiting for it.
Because he's right down the center.
You know what I'm
Oh.
excited for, Philip? The next round that we got coming up is the Tailgater Championships.
Yeah.
And who do you think they put on the mic? Jay Boogie and Marcus Wyber.
There you go.
Probably the most country guys here. They're going to put us on the mic for what the Tailgater Championship is.
We might pop a beer for that too, you know.
It's probably going to be more than one with me and Jay Boogie hanging out together. I'll tell you what, man, that's been a fun event this year. Is the Tailgater. It's a tent that they built just especially for the Tailgater side tournaments. You didn't have to be a ranked player. You could come and just watch. You're watching your family members, but you could go over there and get in the Tailgater tournament. And we're going to have that here next on center stage.
Bruce's opportunity to pick up 4 right there. Slid one off the back. Bruce.
Yeah, when
Bruce is a character. Now, I don't know. Bruce forgot to punch the button and give the Thomas and Burridge too.
he said they got 2. What are you talking about? You know, I was gonna say something, Philip, but I didn't want to be the one that messed up the score there. But I was thinking they scored on that first
I
round.
knew that Johnny had scored too.
But the crowd didn't let us forget, did they?
No, Teresa didn't let us forget.
Teresa, that's a good thing about Teresa. She's gonna be honest. She's gonna be an honest player.
Oh, and Johnny had a big chance right there, a big opportunity as Teresa slid one off the back and almost another one. You know,
Bryce says he's gonna see you next year, though, for sure. Philip.
Absolutely. I'll be looking for him in the juniors. Oh, and he slid right by him, but he does pick up 3 with the opportunity
Just
to
like
pick
that,
up 5.
Philip, we got 5-5, man, and I tell you what, if you're wanting a game 3, we got it.
Here it is, and I think this one's going to come down to the final bag. It seems like Johnny's gotten on a little bit, and Scott's gotten off. He goes off to the right again. Look at Bruce. Bruce is going to make him think about
Taking
that
a
before he
step
steps
back,
in
taking
there.
his time.
Yeah. Now. Scott really needs this bag to go in right here.
He steps out
He
just a
got it.
little bit, and
He pulled that bag a little
pulled it
closer.
a little closer to the hole. It's going to give him a good chance on this next one to take it in with him. He's still got 2 bags left.
The good thing about this match, these are the seniors. We're playing early in the morning. Unlike the other night when some of them had to play late.
Y'all probably went to bed a little earlier than those junior players did.
Absolutely. Oh, and Burridge misses again. Nice bag by Bruce. Good bag there.
Just goes right over the top of it, but
now Bruce needs to go in here to get the wash. We still have the seniors championship coming up here today. Terry Mathis, as they do wash out, Terry Mathis taking on T-Bone Dawson.
T-Bone
with his second year in a row to chase that title, finished second runner-up last year to Alan Wingham. That match is coming up a little later.
That one might go down to game 3 too.
Absolutely, that will be a great matchup. T-Bone, another great character.
Teresa a little off to the left there.
Absolutely.
She shakes her head in frustration because she knows at this point, Philip, as you were mentioning earlier, Johnny Thomas, man, it seems like he's starting to lock it in here.
Teresa misses one off the back again. There you go.
The crowd, man, we hadn't heard them get into it much, but they're finally starting to show some enthusiasm over there.
Absolutely. That's all those Alabama guys up there at the top of the bleachers.
They brought their own crew.
Teresa, misses.
Wow. What a round right there. 9 points picked up
spot
by Burridge and Thomas.
At least it's early in the game. They still have a chance to fight back, but
as we've seen, you never know what could happen. It's 14-5 right now, but I tell you what, Philip, Bruce needs to bring back that airmail game that he had in the first round, don't he? At this point, I'd say just go all airmail. Don't even think about the board.
I don't know about that, but his Bird's still struggling with that first bag. I don't know what Bruce is looking at. Nice bag. He throws a little right cutter. Another good bag by Burridge.
Scott knows he's got a chance to take that bag with him as he tried to do it on the last round, but he kind of he wasn't able to pick it up in the last bag.
No, Bruce moved it a little closer right here.
Him out there.
Burridge leaves it there. That might be on purpose. Oh, Bruce.
I think he was going for the block there as soft as he kind of made that bag fall.
Burridge. He makes it, but he leaves his bag right in front of the hole. Now is Bruce going to go over the top and try to wash this thing out?
You think Teresa's going to say, up to you again?
I don't know. He just pushes through it. There's that situation again. What if he just pushes, bumps it, and he gives up 4?
Yeah.
Very possible. He told her, don't worry about it. We're still going to be husband and wife as soon as this match is over.
We're still going to the same place when we leave here, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Shout out to Loco Canopies, Jason Bettinger walking in the house.
Bettinger in the house.
There's Teresa, a team. I think right now the team of Forsee really can't make many more mistakes. There's the big push right there. Oh, and Johnny right by the hole. Teresa might pick up, I thought she might pick up 4 there. Only grabs 2 to make the score 16-7.
Still a lot of game left. If they keep throwing like this, we're going to go back and forth for a few more rounds, I think.
Absolutely. What's up, Scott Malone? CO in the area I play in out there.
We got a lot of COs here. They even had a CO tournament yesterday.
Absolutely. Certified official, for somebody who's watching don't know what that means.
They're the ones that put together all the regional tournaments. Some of them put together major tournaments. If you're interested in checking out where you can play locally, check us out on Facebook, American Cornhole Organization, or our website. Find out where you can compete in your next local tournament. Season 17 coming up here in a couple months. Everybody's looking forward to next season.
Season 17 should be a good one. Oh, and Bruce trying to get that bag. May have given up 4 here. He really needs to pull that bag that's on the left there, and he almost does.
I think they're calling season 17 Sexy 17. Philip, are you going to qualify for that?
I should be involved. Burridge picks up 4.
Good shot.
20-7
on that one.
They are 1 point away from calling themselves the seniors doubles world champions.
Winner of this one takes home $5,000, I think.
Absolutely.
That last point's going to be the hardest one to get, man. I feel like.
Oh, it's the magnet bag. Johnny right back down the center.
Yeah, as I look over, he kind of shakes his head in frustration because he knows that first bag was probably the biggest bag of this round, unless we can make something happen on that fourth bag.
Teresa with no room for error right here. Got to go in the hole. Does, and gets
nice
the wash.
There. Nice wash.
Teresa says, I'm not losing on my end.
She ain't going to make it easy on him, is she?
As a player, you got to understand you have to win your end every round when you're down 20-7. You cannot lose a round now for sure. Tony Posey said, man, these 3 games have been fun to watch, and it's been as fun for us as it is for y'all to watch.
I'm getting corrected on my payout amount.
Yeah.
It's $5,000 purse, but it's not a $5,000 winner take all.
Bruce going for the airmail. Oh, and he hits it. And I'll tell you what, it takes some moxie to shoot that when they only need 1 point
It's
to
a big
win the
old
game.
bag right there, Phillip.
Absolutely. That was a huge bag by Bruce. Oh, Bird goes for the push.
You think he's going to shoot it again?
Tell you what, it's very possible.
Shoots it again.
Oh, he hits it again.
Shot. Wow.
Oh, and now a chance to get 4. That'll
What a
put him in double
bounder.
digits, 20-11. 2 big airmails there by Bruce Forsee.
I'll tell you what, man. Tomorrow, I think Bruce is going to look at Teresa and say, the next time you tell me to block and I'm hot on my airmails, I'm going to look at you and say, you remember that World Championship doubles match we played?
That's right. That was 2 huge shots by Bruce Forsee. Tell you what, that's running some ice water through his veins right
Tell
there.
you what.
Because 1 miss and you're out. You're done. You're
One
finished.
miss, you're done. That's what I like to see in these games, man. Both players, Bruce and Scott, going each other and kind of putting their arms around each other and saying, we had a heck of a round right there.
Absolutely.
They're putting on a show here for the crowd in Bradenton area, Florida.
Scott's telling Johnny. Oh, he went for the big block. Oh, Bruce.
He said,
Bruce, he got it back. Oh, there we go. We get the timeout signal. She's going to go take a look at it. I can't blame her. They get 2 timeouts. Go there and take a look at what you need to do. This is really a big shot for Teresa Forsee right here.
And she kind of walks off and throws her hands up and says, I got 1 on the hole, so I'm just going to kind of play my game right here. She's probably just going to put it behind and make him see what he's going to do.
What I'm saying right now, if she could step out, she's got a bag there that she could really push in.
All right, here we go.
And she's okay with that,
Takes
I'm
the
sure.
safe play there. She's still frustrated with herself, as anybody would be.
Thomas goes for the airmail. Oh, he hits it and drags a bag for the victory.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I keep saying big old bag, but that was the biggest bag.
Let me tell you something. I
we've
did
seen
not
today.
even see that shot coming.
Man, what a
Look
shot
it again.
there.
Watch it again
By
right here
Johnny
on the screen. Watch it again. Watch this shot. Pow! He
Man.
pulled the bag on the right. I thought there was no way that he could pull it.
You know, Philip, you kept saying all day you've never seen him play like that, but I guarantee you that was the Johnny Thomas that you know.
Absolutely. That's the Johnny Thomas I know. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, stay tuned. We have more great championship action. This is Philip Barnett.
Marcus, the new guy, Wybrew.
Marcus, the new guy, Wybrew. We'll see you again later. Thank you.